Now, as you've probably noticed, and I think as most people who meet me very quickly notice, I'm not a man or a boy or whatever you want to call me of tradition. I'm not very stereotypical, in other terms. I don't go out on the streets. I don't wear my trousers halfway down my legs. I'm not into like fitness or working out like most kids are. Well, I say that most kids just stare at a TV all day and don't get out of bed till like 12 o'clock, midday, after day's gone. But still same thing. And I definitely don't play games very often. Just a few stereotypical things that a 16-year-old boy would do. Instead, I'm a work enthusiast. I work most of my life. I mean, barely anyone sees me because I sit in a room all day long and don't stop. Don't worry, I do eat and drink. I'm not that much of a fucking lunatic. But I'm pretty insane. And because of the style of life I have chose, I've had to learn things that most teenagers do not learn at all until adulthood. Very quickly and very early on, probably from about the age of 13, I had to start learning this. And that, one of them specific skills, out of the many that I had to pick up on, was organisation. Every teenager's absolute hatred. This skill that keeps your life in some shape or form in one piece, and also makes you feel good. Then again, most teenagers can't do it. Now, organisation comes with many varieties. You know, you have business organisation, you have life organisation, you have your love life, which is never organised, it's always a complete tip. And, you know, they're three categories in general. And within organisation comes self-care. Being able to look after yourself, being able to maintain yourself, but most importantly, being able to get out of bed in the morning without thinking to yourself, I want to go jump off a cliff. You know, your eyes are like halfway down your face, you've got like dry skin like sticking in your eyeball, and your cheeks look like they've just been exploded with water. What most of us look like in the morning. A bit of self-care and a bit of organisation can prevent that. And these skills are not just useful for people who run businesses like myself, or people who, you know, need to be organised. They're useful for the general public because, one, it gives you some discipline, so when you actually do start working, you're not a complete stupid employee. And two, because in life in general, if you're organised, people generally look up to you. So today, I thought I'd go through some of the skills that I've learned, along with some of the daily activities and daily things you can do to make sure that you are the most organised and most presented person you can be. Something to practice over this lockdown period. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Focus Future channel. I hope you guys are all well and safe and looking after yourselves. Today I thought I'd bring you a video giving you some things to try and get used to over the lockdown period. You know, bring daily activities into your life, because most of us are sitting at home with that dried skin on our eye that we can't get rid of. So yeah, I thought I'd give you something to do. So if you're interested in all of that good stuff, please stay tuned. If not, please use the top link in the description to go and watch another video and learn a bit more about me. If you're new to the channel and you have no idea what's about to happen, go and subscribe and learn all about this channel and get mental health advice on a weekly basis. I'm going to say weekly because it's definitely not definitely not 2 times a week anymore. So yeah. As long as all that's done, let's jump into this and learn some daily activities that we can all try and fit into our lives over this lockdown period. Now, whoever's watching this right now, I can bet there's one thing inside your head, probably because of the title and thumbnail of this video. I bet this one thing's going through your head right now. This video's clickbait. It's clickbait. You just click me into this. I bet any of the activities you're going to tell me to do now are not even going to work. Okay, and that is definitely a possibility. But what I hate when people say this is just because it might have been clickbait for you, and you might have not tried hard enough to get it into your life, or maybe the activities I gave you just don't suit your general lifestyle, because obviously I don't study every 7.1 billion people or whatever it is on the planet's life and make a specific set of mental health schemes for every single person. I don't have time to do that, and I think I'd get arrested if I even tried. So, yeah, just a pre-warning now. These activities that I'm about to set out are for the general public. And you can use these activities, but they are probably going to need to be adapted depending on your lifestyle and your way of living. Don't take this as a free cut all where no matter what you do with this, it's going to work. Doesn't work like that at all. So, let's go through this. The first one, believe it or not, the one thing that I always do every single day, no matter what day it is, no matter what day of the week it is, no matter if I'm working or not, no matter what my plans are, is set a morning alarm. I know, guys, I can hear you all shouting through your phones and your tablets and your computers right now, screaming the words, I hate alarm clocks, and get that thing out of my face. I'd rather smash it on the floor. I know, we all like our beauty sleep, okay? Get over it. But, as much as it's hard to get started setting an alarm clock every day, and there are definitely days I wake up, that alarm clock goes off, and I think to myself, I want to cry. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Sooner or later, you'll realise why you're doing it. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that because that alarm's gone off, you've got to jump out of bed, get dressed, and start working immediately or start doing something immediately. No, it doesn't mean that. The aim of the game is you set an alarm to get your eyes open, even if it's just to lay there, so you keep some form of sleep and day routine. This means that you're not sleeping in till 12 o'clock 12 o'clock, what? Oh, I'm dying. Just leave that in because it's funny, okay? Don't even bother cutting that out because everyone's going to pick up on it no matter how hard I try and cut it out. 12 o'clock, I meant, not 12 o'clock. Don't start cocking at 12 o'clock. So yeah, it prevents you from sleeping until 12 o'clock and keeps your morning routine and keeps your night schedule upheld. Because what a lot of people think is that I can sleep into whatever time during the day, every week, every month, and I'm going to get perfect sleeps each time. Sad as it is, the world don't work like that. Your brain gets used to routines. We humans like routine. We like schedule. We like similarities. We only get thrill out of certain things that are different in our life, and sleep isn't one of them. Your brain is going to hate you if you're going to bed at severely different times every night. You know, one night you go to bed at 7 p.m, next night you're going to bed at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Your brain is going to hate you. I can tell you that now. And it will pay you it will want rent for you doing that. And that rent is making you extremely tired the next day, making you miserable, and making you feel like your life is about to end. And that is one of the reasons I try to keep a scheduled alarm every day. It's normally about 8 o'clock. Doesn't normally go past 9. If we're going past 9, I know my mental health's going like this. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I get up. Most of the time I do, because I've got so used to that alarm going off now that I kind of just get out of bed knowing I can't go back to sleep anyway, so what's the point of me just laying here? But it doesn't necessarily mean that. You can lay there, you can watch YouTube, you can do whatever you want after that period. But that very simple alarm just keeps you in the routine of, right, okay, I wake up every morning at a specific time. It gives your brain something to keep focused on. That's one step forward from what you was last time when you were getting up and going to sleep at every different time during the day and your brain was a bit confused. Second thing is at some point during the day, do something productive. No matter what it is, don't just lay there all day. Try not to. I know it's tempting to lay in your bed watching My Beautiful Self all day long, but you can't. Okay, you can't. Yeah, I'm telling you now, I am your precise mother, even though I'm a boy, but still, doesn't matter. You can't lay there all day. The only days I advise you lay there and do nothing all day is when you're ill, physically or mentally, or, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something else, or another reason. Or you're having that one relaxing day of a week where you sit there and do nothing. In them cases, it's fine. But in the vast majority of cases, try not to lay there all day. Now, I don't mean you have to be like myself, who sits there, gets up in the morning and works for hours on end. No, I'm not advising that. Most people wouldn't be able to cope with it. But what I am advising is you do something. If that's go for a walk, if that's clear up one room in your house, if that's brush your teeth, something that at least gets you from your bed to at least another point in the room or the house or even in public. Second step to being productive, just simply learning how to get out of bed. For a lot of people, that's very difficult. If you want to go a step further, set yourself a timer of how much work or how much productive activity you want to carry out each day. It could be 20 minutes, it could be an hour, it could be 2 hours, it could be 3 hours. Set a timer on your phone and be like, right, for the next 20 to 30 to 50 to 60 minutes, I am going to be productive. I'm going to do something with my life. Slowly, that time will start to get more and more as you become more fooled of the dopamine and your brain starts to realise that you're not an idiot and you can actually do things. And yeah, slowly you'll progress. Next thing, step further. You don't have to do this at first, but if you're going up the ranks, go out for a walk. I know people think walking is weird. I know people think just walking outside is a bit boring. Get some wireless headphones, get something to fiddle with, go out in public and walk. For 30 minutes each day. Try to. Especially if you're not getting out of bed. Especially if you're still at the bed stage. Even just going for a walk as that one piece of activity you do that day is better than nothing. It allows oxygen to get in your lungs. It allows you to get fresh air, to get vitamin D. It allows you to see what the world is doing. Have all bombs gone loose and Russia's started invading us? Have the old lady down the road starting wearing this clown mask and started killing everyone? You don't know what's happened. So get outside, have a look, have a bit of a fresh air moment. Next thing. Every day, before you shut your eyes and go to bed, again, I know we do that a lot, think to yourself, what have I achieved today? Especially if you're at a point of your life, a really low point in your life, where you're struggling to find motivation. Every day, before you go to bed, just be like, right, brain, me and you, what have I achieved today? If you followed my tips beforehand, an achievement is getting out of bed. Boom, you've achieved something. By doing this, you are bringing your brain satisfaction. You're telling your inner self that, look, I am capable of doing things. No matter how many times you tell me I can't do this and I can't do that, I can't do this and I can't do that, you kick that brain up the arse and you're like, yes, you can do that because I proved it today. And as long as you've got your sleep schedule, as I've motivated you to do, better, you'll realise that, oh wait, I can get out of bed in the morning. Oh wait, I can tidy my room when I really want to. Oh wait, I can do this better or I can do that better. And as the weeks go on and the days go by, you'll get more and more and more done. And before you know it, you'll forget about the days gone by where you were sitting there in bed all day, going to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and not waking up till like dinner time. I definitely know people who do that. And generally, it's going to help you. Now, this video is kind of directed at people who are really suffering at the moment, but it does apply to anyone. I'm not saying that you have to do this all the time. I'm not saying that these daily activities are something you should do every day of every year and never stop. You do need a break. You do need to treat yourself. If you want to lay in one day every week till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, please do so. I do it myself. But don't do it every day of every week. It's not good for your health and you will spiral back into that betrayal of depression, anxiety, and God knows what else that can come down with when you're doing that. And also, you're just going to end up unhealthy physically anyway. So, people, I hope you like them tips. Sorry, I just clapped. You're probably going to have deaf ears now. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found these tips useful. If you use any of these tips and they genuinely work, please let me know in the comments below. And I will catch all you dudes next time. Have a good day. Have a good night. Keep that night routine going, please. And I'll catch all you dudes next time. Bye-bye.